Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles, and I'm at EICMA 2025. I'm here at a stand called Kayo, K-A-Y-O. It's not a brand I've heard of before. They seem to have a lot of small quads, small motorcycles, sort of trail bikes, and then also some bigger ones. So I thought I'd give you a quick look. It's not a brand I've ever heard of before. I'm not even sure if it's a rebadge to something else or if it's just their own brand. But anyway, I'll show you what they've got on the stand and you can see what you think. Okay, so starting down here at the very far end, we have some carts and quads that pretty much look like they're designed for kids. Coming up here, we have a few more serious things. I think these first two that we have here, the grey one and this orange one, I think are both electric. There's an electric dirt bike and an electric supermoto. Both look kind of interesting, but I suspect that these are concepts rather than finished bikes that are available. But yeah, this is the Kayo EC2i and the EC2 Supermoto. I mean, they do look pretty good. I know there's lots of these sort of smallish trail bikes, enduro bikes out there. So it'll be interesting to see how the specs of these compare with some of the others. If I can just interrupt their conversation for a moment. This looks like it's got a 21 kilowatt maximum power from the motor, so actually I think that is a bit more than some of the others. Weighs 108 kilos, so which is why it's a little bit more beefy. But I can see it's got adjustable suspension, little dash up there, sort of enduro foot pegs, and yeah, that is kind of cool. You can switch to internal combustion engines for a moment. We've got the high 125, which is this 125 with electric start. Yeah, looks interesting enough. If 125s are your thing, and again, not sure if that's an engine that's been borrowed from another bike from somewhere else. This bike here is a Kayo T4. It's a 300cc air-cooled single. I think it's a 4-stroke. It doesn't look anything particularly exciting, but also it's only 112 kilograms. So I'm sure that would find a market somewhere. The fact it comes with that little rack on the back and is certainly more of a dual sport rather than just an out-and-out enduro bike means that would probably be quite handy. Here we have another, which is the Kayo H6R. This is a 250cc 4-stroke. Looks a bit more like a more serious trail bike, really. I mean, the fit and finish on the engine in there isn't bad at all, and even that polished swing arm and the components that are on there look fairly serious. If I come up and can show you the suspension on there, I think that's Yuan suspension, which looks slightly familiar to me because it's what I have on my Cove 450. I'm guessing it's a motocross bike because it doesn't have a headlamp or any of the other switch gear. But yeah, that looks kind of interesting. You can even see they've got the rear shock adjuster just accessible underneath that side plastic. We then have two more here. So we have the K4. It's a 300cc bike. Can't do my kilowatts to horsepower calculation in my head, I'm afraid. But it's 17.5 with a dry weight of 115 kilos. But yeah, that looks quite tidy, I think. Yeah, so here we have the Kayo K6R, which is I suppose the enduro version of the other one I saw before, which again is a 250, 5-speed. You can see it's got a KYB suspension front and back, and yeah, that's another quite nice looking bike. I'll just whiz around the rest of the stand. So they have a couple of side-by-sides, one for sort of big children, small adults, one's a little bit smaller, and then a selection of kids bikes all the way down to a little 60cc at the end. Then they have a more grown-up sized side-by-side, and finally a few quads along the front. So yeah, not a brand that I've heard of before, but interesting to see something a bit new. So there you go, that is a very quick look around the Kayo stand here at EICMA 2025. Haven't heard of them before, don't think we get them in the UK. If they're available in your country and you've ridden one or you have one, let me know what you think. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, maybe see you on the next one.